Hey, welcome back in, everyone. Time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes without commercials beginning right now. And first, let's head on over to meteorologist Beth Finello for our forecast first. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning, everyone. We're starting off with temperatures in the 50s. It's 58 degrees right now in Springfield. A little bit cool as you head out the door, but we are 5 to 15 degrees warmer than we were yesterday as you were heading out the door. 60 degrees in Ava, 59 in Branson, 51 in Rolla, and 51 in West Plains. As you head out the door this morning, you're going to need your light jacket and you're going to need your sunglasses. I expect a lot of sunshine through the day today, but it is a little bit chilly this morning. Temperatures will be able to top off in the upper 70s and lower 80s by dismissal today. I expect a high of about 81 here in Springfield, giving it the grade of an A+ and a whole lot of sunshine. That's what Futurecast will show you. Then through the overnight hours, it's going to get cool. A cold front's going to come in today. It's going to bring a cooler air mass. Temperatures will be dropping into the middle 40s. Mostly starry skies. That front is going to be dry. Then you'll notice through the day tomorrow, temperatures noticeably cooler in the 60s, both Thursday and again for Friday. Then we'll have some increase in clouds through the day on Friday. We've got rain chances for Saturday. Notice temperatures are still in the 60s this weekend. I think we have a couple of shower chances for the day on Sunday. We're still in the 60s on Monday. Plenty of sunshine for the beginning part of your week. And then you'll notice temperatures will start to warm back up into the 70s. And I do expect some 80s by the middle and end of next week.
Thank you, Beth. New this morning, health officials say that so far in 2020, they've already administered 90% of the amount of flu vaccines than they have at this time last year. Nigel McDonald spoke to some of these experts. She wants to explain more about their message. She's in studio now with that. Nigel.
Yeah, Joe, well, good morning. Flu season is upon us, and as research shows, you can catch it and COVID at the same time. But one of the experts I met with says there are some ways to help prevent this from happening. Now, Lacey Phillips serves as Executive Director of Quality and Patient Safety for Mercy and says a lot of the precautions in place for COVID also apply for other respiratory illnesses like the flu. This includes things like maintaining social distance, washing your hands frequently, and wearing a mask. Phillips says nutrition also matters and encourages patients to maintain a healthy diet, as this also factors into your ability to combat a virus should you contract one. She says the hospital is receiving a steady stream of supplies in weekly to continue meeting community needs. Phillips says contracting both the flu and COVID simultaneously can have serious long-term effects on the body.
We've heard a lot about the challenges that we have with patients that have comorbidities when they contract COVID-19 and that being more severe. Contracting a virus like the flu, so contracting something like COVID-19 will weaken your immune system, and given that that virus is also a respiratory virus, would cause some great concern for a worsening of those symptoms that we're already seeing with COVID.
Well, Phillips recommends finding a primary care physician before you get sick so you can be prepared if and when you need to seek out services.
Aisha, thank you. Bringing crime in focus. Now, the suspect in a deadly house fire in Springfield last week is in court today for a bond reduction hearing. 46-year-old Pavel Samsonak is charged with 4 felonies in the case, including second-degree murder and second-degree arson. He's accused of killing 66-year-old Alice Hale, then setting her house on fire to cover it up. The fire happened on Lombard Street. Authorities found Hale dead inside the home and what looked like blood stains on the front and back doors. The probable cause statement against Samsonak says Hale was found with trauma to her head and face.
And going around the region, leaders in Kansas City are proposing a new ordinance that prohibits race-based hair discrimination. It's called the Crown Act and goes before the city's finance committee later on today. Based off the committee vote, it will be sent to a full council vote. If city council passes the law, it'll apply to all employers in KC.
And we know that we're a better Kansas City when we allow people to show up and to be themselves and not to have to worry about things as natural as your hair.
It will be considered racial discrimination if someone is denied employment or educational opportunities because of their hair.
An organization in St. Louis is calling for more resources for what they call challenged neighborhoods, following a deadly car theft that happened at a dealership across the Illinois state line this week. A 14-year-old suspected of stealing one of the cars died after crashing into a draining canal. A second suspect crashed and was treated at an area hospital. 4 cars were stolen in all. James Clark with the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis says they're strengthening neighborhoods and giving youth help that they need before they turn to crime. Need of attention.
Going around America, the National Transportation Safety Board has its findings from the 2018 limo crash, you may recall, that killed 20 people near Albany, New York. New York state regulators did not do enough to prevent the limo operator from using vehicles with faulty or broken parts or to stop him from lying about the details of his vehicles. Authorities say the limousine service changed details about vehicles to avoid facing certain safety violations and restrictions. 20 people, including 17 passengers, the limo driver, and 2 bystanders, were all killed when the brakes on the limo failed to stop and crashed at a speed over 100 miles an hour.
2 military jets collided during an air refueling. Luckily, all on board managed to parachute to safety. Video from the U.S. Marine Corps shows how the tanker typically provides fuel to fighter jets while both are in flight. But during one of those refueling operations, the 2 aircraft made contact with one another. The fighter jet crashed and burned. However, the pilot ejected before impact. The KC-130 tanker had 8 crew members on board. They all safely ejected as well. The military is still investigating what went wrong.
A Minnesota shooting suspect is dead after investigators were able to track him down. Police say they found the suspect in a parking lot last night. That is when he stepped out of his car holding a gun. Multiple officers fired, killing him. Investigators say they've been looking for this person since Monday night after he'd shot at officers then. This investigation is currently ongoing.
In more local news, Webster County is hosting free COVID-19 drive-through testing. It's open to anyone. If you are not a county resident, you can still attend. You don't have to have a doctor's order or any symptoms either. The free testing is in Marshfield today from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. And now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, we'll talk about the aftermath of last night's contentious and chaotic presidential debate. Plus, go inside a fighter cockpit to find out how augmented reality helps our pilots soar through the skies safely. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
A lot of CBS This Morning will be talking about that debate. That is also our top trend happening right now. You go over to ozarksfirst.com. We have some moments tracked that you can watch about this, right, Jen?
Yes, these are some of the highlights. Obviously, a lot went on. They covered multiple topics, but these are just some of the highlights, those key moments. If you missed it, we have been reporting this morning that a CBS poll shows that President Trump interrupted Joe Biden about 70 times during that debate. And one of the words that has been used to describe this debate last night is messy. Several reports saying that. So very interesting. I personally still have a lot to catch up on.
A lot of
on the debate.
A lot of analysts talked about that, saying that even journalists had said that it's unlike any other debate they had seen before. So we have some of those clips that you can find when you go over to our website there. And then, as we said, CBS This Morning will be talking about it. They'll debate again October 15th. That's the next one. The vice presidential debate is going to happen before that next week.
Next week, October 7th, that will be the vice presidential debate. So we'll have a lot to look forward to and continue covering this until elections, which are, oh my gosh, next month already, 4 weeks.
That's right.
Coming up fast.
Coming up fast. And that weather is going to warm up fast today, but only today, right?
Only today. We'll be in the 80s today. Then we've got 60s as we head through the end of next week. We've got rain chances this weekend, still in the 60s. And then that sunshine will return for the beginning of your work week next week. So Monday won't be too bad. More sunshine. Still in the 60s, though. And then we're in the 70s and probably back in the 80s by the middle of next week.
All right, a warm up today. Enjoy those temperatures. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. We'll see you for more local news at midday.